Hi there everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make this hat. There's not too much to it, it's pretty easy. There's not much to it, the top is a little different, but once you reach this section it's just really repetitive. You gotta excuse my mannequin, I've got a small little mannequin, her head is not the normal size of a human being, so that's why the hat looks big, but it's really not that big. But yeah, that's what I made, and I'm going to show you how to do it, so let's get started. So this is what the hat looks like close up. I enjoyed making it, that's the top part, and yeah, very easy, really not too much to it. And I'm using a size 5mm crochet hook, and this is the yarn, Red Heart Boutique Unforgettable. Now, when it comes to hats, you've got to be very careful. So the one thing you need to remember when you're doing a hat is you need to use the same yarn or something pretty similar, because otherwise, not the same color, but the same thickness and weight, because otherwise you're going to end up with a different size hat. So if you made this hat in a real thick yarn with the same measurement, with the same pattern as mine, same amount of stitches, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a huge hat. If you don't have the same weight or thickness of your yarn, you're going to come up with a different size. So having said that, this yarn that I used is a 4 medium. So, to me it's fairly thin. It's kind of thin. So I used that. I'm going to be crocheting it with you with something this is actually a size 3. So it seems a bit strange because the 4 seems lighter than this one. But anyway, I'm just really showing you how to make it. So I'm going to go ahead and try it in this one. And if it works out well in this one could also be used. So this is the one that I'm using. It's the Red Heart Boutique Unforgettable. And as I say, it's just a thinner, lighter weight yarn. And anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make it. So let's get started. To start our hat, we're going to start off by chaining 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're going to slip stitch into the first chain and bring a slip stitch through. So you just slip stitch into there. Then you're going to do 5 double crochets into this ring. So you're going to start off with a chain 3, which stands for your first double crochet, and then you're going to do another 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 double crochets, and then you're going to do chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then another 5 doubles in the same ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then you're going to chain 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're going to slip stitch into the very first stitch over here. So the third chain of the 3 that you had made. Just slip stitch through there, and you should be looking like this. Alright, now we're going to slip stitch to the second double crochet. You kind of want to be in the middle of this one. So you can slip stitch across this one and into this one. Okay, and then you're going to, so you just slip stitch 2, and then you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, right, 3. So you chain 3, and then you're going to do 2 double crochets together in this same space. So 1 and 2 in that same space, and then bring your yarn through all of them. Okay, so you did that in the same one. Then you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet into the second chain. So out of this, just go into the second chain here. Okay, and then you're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to skip one chain and then single crochet into the next. So skip this one and then single crochet into the next. Okay, so you're looking like this. And then you're going to do chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to find the middle one of these, which is roughly here, and you're going to do 3 doubles together in that one. So 1, 2 and 3. So you're looking like that. 3 doubles together there. Alright, and then you're going to chain 3. 1, 2. So you chain 3 and you're going to single crochet in this second chain, or the first one. Go in the first one. Whoops. Sometimes you have to go in this way. You single crochet in there. And then you're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then single crochet in this one here. You're kind of doing it evenly, the second last one. It's not too important which one, but you're kind of doing it in the beginning of that one and the end of that one. You're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so you've finished. You've got your last chains, and then you just come into the center of this one here with a slip stitch. Alright, then you're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to do 5 double crochets in this first chain space. So you do 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you're going to do 5 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 single in this single crochet. Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 doubles in here. And this is all that you're going to be repeating. So I'll do it with you again. You got your 5 double crochets in here. 2, 3, 4. 5 doubles in there. Chain 5. 4, 5. 1 single in the single. Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's all that you do. So that's 5 double crochets in here, 5, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5, 1 single in the top of these, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5 doubles in here. So that's all that you're doing. So you chain 5, 5 doubles in the chain space, chain 5, 1 single in the single, chain 5, 5 doubles in here, chain 5, 1 single in the single, chain 5, 5 doubles, chain 5, 1 single in the where you did these 3 together, and then that's all that you're doing. Chain 5, 5 doubles in here, chain 5 in there. So I'm going to do that, and I'll meet you back once I've finished that number. Right, so when you've done this single crochet, chain 5, and you're going to just come across here and come into the third, 1, 2, 3, this third chain over here with a slip stitch. Okay, now we're going to just slip stitch across to the center of this. So slip stitch across just until you're in this middle, more or less the middle stitch over here. Okay, then you're going to do chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and 2 double crochets in the same space. So 1, 2 together, and then through all of them like that. Okay, this is standing for your first one. Alright, then you're going to chain 3, single crochet into this chain space, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet in your next space, and then you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to go into the middle of this again with your 3 double crochets together. So 1, 2, and 3. And that's all that we're going to do for this round. So I'll do it with you again. You chain 3 and then single crochet, chain 5, single crochet, chain 3. So across here is where you got your chain 5s. So it's chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet in here, then it's chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet in this one, then it's chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to do your doubles together in your middle stitch over here. So that's 1, 2, 3 in that same space, and then go through all of these, and that's what you should be looking like. Alright, so you must make sure you have 3 chain spaces in between these. That's a 3 chain, that's a 5, and that's a 3. So I'll do it one more time with you. 1, 2, 3 chain, single crochet in your next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain, single crochet in your next. 3 chain, 1, 2, 3, and then in the middle you do your 3 doubles together. So that's what you're going to do for this round. Pretty easy, not too hard. And I'm going to go ahead and do mine, and then when I'm done I'll meet you back over here. Alright, so I've come all the way around. I did my chain 3, my chain 5, and I've got my last chain 3, and you're going to just slip stitch into the top of this stitch over here. So we're looking like this now, as long as you got your 1, 2, 3. Now it is a little bit tricky as we go around. You might want to put a marker in here. Now we don't stay exactly in the same space, and I'll show you what I mean, but I'm just putting a little marker so I know, because sometimes it gets a little confusing as to where you are. But I'm just putting that there just so I know this is where I started. Alright, so now what you're going to do is chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're going to do 5 double crochets in this. You're going to do 5 doubles in this single crochet. Okay, so this single crochet that you did, you're going to do 5 double crochets in there. So 1, all in the same place. 2, this is number 5. Then you're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 single in the chain space. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5 doubles in here again, in this double crochet. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you're going to chain 5 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to do 1 single above this one. Okay, and that's what we are repeating. So I'll do it with you again. This little set is what we're repeating now. Alright, so it's going to be chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 doubles in here. 4, 5. And then it's chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 single in here, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 doubles in here, 1, 2, 5, and then it's chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a single crochet. So it's chain 5, and then you do 1 single in this chain space, and then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you do your 1 single in here. So basically what you've got, so the bottom line for this row is that you do your chain 5, 5 doubles in your single crochet, chain 5, single crochet in your chain space, chain 5, 5 doubles in your single crochet, chain 5, a single crochet in this 3 doubles, chain 5, and then we start again, chain 5, double crochet 5 in your single crochet, chain 5, single in your chain space, chain 5, 5 doubles in your single crochet, chain 5, a single crochet in above your 3s, chain 5, and then you repeat that. So this little section is what you're repeating over and over. So I'll meet you back at the end here. So once you've gone all the way around, you should end up with 10 of these 5 double crochets together. And don't worry that it's a bit fluffy, but it's because it's fine. So once you got 10 of these, so make sure that you do have 10, you're going to finish, and you can see that's where my beginning was. Here's my little strand of yarn. Do your chain 5, and then you're going to just do a single crochet into the beginning of these 3 together right over here. So you're just going to single crochet. I'm just going to single crochet in here. Actually no, I'll do it right in the chain just so it stays put. So just do a single crochet there. I usually like to get 2 strands here. Alright, and now you should have your same little single crochet in there, and you should have your same pattern going all the way around. So you should, in between each one of these, you should have 2 loops. So I've got 1 with 2 loops, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with 2, 7 with 2, 8 with 2, 9 with 2, 10, and I've got 2 loops here. So then you know you are correct. Alright, then I'm just going to bring my little yarn up again and put it right over here, just so we know this was where we started. Okay, now we're going to do our next row. Now with this one you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to do 3 double crochets in the middle double. So right over here you're going to do 3 together, but you want to go with a 3 kind of in the middle here. So it's not a perfect science. So I just go with this one. That's 1, 2, and 3, and do them together. So you've done your chain 3s together, then you're going to do chain 3 and then single crochet in this first chain space, and then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single in your next chain space, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and this is what you're going to be repeating. Now you're going to do your 3 doubles in the middle of these. So I just have to go in this first one, the second one, 2, 3 doubles together. Okay, and then it's 1, 2, 3 chain, single in the next, 5 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single in the next, and then 3 chain, 1, 2, 3, and then you do your 3 doubles together again in the middle of these 5 doubles you had done, 1, 2, 3, and then go through all of them. And that's the pattern that you're going to be doing here. So it's chain 3 that you start off with, 3 doubles together in the middle of these 5, chain 3, single, chain 5, single, chain 3. So once again you've got 3 loops here. The middle one is a chain 5, and then you do your 3 doubles together in the center here, 3 chain, single, 5 chain, single, 3 chain, and then your 5 doubles again. So I'll do it with you one more time. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single in the next, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single in the next, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then your 3 doubles together in the middle of these 5. So 1, 2, and 3. And then go through all of them, and then start again with your chain 3. So you can do that all the way around, and then I'll meet you back. Alright, so I've come all the way around. This is where my beginning is. Now this is where we start going a little bit off from where the center is, because you did your single crochet, your 3 double crochets together. Yeah, then you do chain 3, then you're going to go into this chain space, and then you have your chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then single crochet in this chain space, and then your chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to single crochet into this space over here, which you slip stitch into that, slip stitch it off center. So now I'm just going to move my marker here. It just helps to have this marker because it gets just a little bit confusing without it. So far you should be right on top of this. Right, so now for this row you're going to do chain 3, and then you're going to do your 5 doubles in this 5 chain space. So the middle one, there's 1, 2, 3. So your second chain space, you're going to do your 5 doubles. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then you're going to do chain 3, and then you're going to do a single crochet above this 3 doubles together. Okay, and then you're going to do chain 3. This is an easy round, and your 5 doubles in this middle chain space. So the second chain space. So 1, 2, and 5, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and a single crochet above your doubles together, and then chain 3. So this is a nice easy round. All you're doing is your chain 3, 5 doubles in the middle chain space, chain 3, single above your 3 doubles together, chain 3, 5 in the middle. So now over here you can see that's my middle one. I did chain 3, 5 doubles in here, chain 3, and a single in there. And that's all you're going to do for this round. So I'm going to go ahead and do mine, and then I will meet you at the end of this round. Right, so I've come all the way around and my little marker came out. But I just want to show you that it's not the end of the world if it came out, because you can see that you've got your 5 doubles that you're doing. So when you get to the first 5 double, you'll see, because you can see that we were going into the doubles together. So if there are no more doubles together, then you know that I'm coming to the end here. And this is my middle one, so I've got to do my chain 3, and then I'm going to go into this middle one. See there, the 3, that's the middle one before that one starts. And I'll do my 5 in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. On the written pattern you'll see how I say to end off, and that's the important part, is how you end off. So with this one I have to end off with chain 3 and single crochet into the top of this here. So I've chained 3 and then a single crochet in the top of the single crochet that you made here. Okay, so I'm just going to single crochet, slip stitch in the top of this one. So I just slip stitch over here, just in where you made this one, and you can see you want to stick to, whoops, I'm just going to go into this chain here, it doesn't really matter, just slip stitch in there, because you want the same thing that you've got here. You've got 2 chain spaces and your 5s, so you must end off with the 2 chain spaces as well. Okay, now I'll put my marker back in here, because this is basically where it was. Your best is to have a closed marker, one that closes, or just tie this, but I don't want to fool around with that. So that's basically where I am. So that's how you finish that one's round. And as I said, be sure you got your 2 chain spaces and then your 5, and that's how I ended off here. So I just chained I slip stitched into the top of that single crochet that I originally had made. Alright, so now with the next round you're going to do chain 3, and then you're going to do your 3 doubles together in this again, and this is basically what we're going to be repeating, these 2 rows. Okay, and then go through all of them, and then you're going to do chain 3, single crochet in your chain space, this one, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet in the next chain space, chain 3, and then do your 3 doubles together. So I'll explain that to you again. That's 1, 2, whoops, and 3. Go through all of them. So it's 1, 2, 3 chain, single in your next chain space, chain 3, single in the next, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then your 3 doubles together in here. Now you've still got your 3 chain spaces. You've still got your 3 chain spaces here, but this one's not a chain 5 anymore, it's a chain 3. We needed this to get smaller, so that's a chain 3 now, but the rest is the same. So you got your 3 doubles together here, chain 3 single, chain 3 single, chain 3, your 3 doubles, and now it's chain 3 single in here, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single in the next, chain 3, and your 3 doubles together in here. And that's all that you're going to do for this round. 3 doubles together here, and go through all, and then we start with that chain 3 again. So your pattern, you must have 3 chain spaces here with your 3 doubles, and that's what you do for this round. and then we're repeating those 2 rounds. So this is getting very easy now. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you back at the beginning. Alright, so I've gone all the way around, and you should finish, you should have chain 3, slip stitch, single crochet into there, chain 3, single crochet into here, chain 3, and then slip stitch into the top of this chain 3 together that you had done. And now we're just going a little bit past our stitch again, but it's important that you got your 3 here and your 3 here. So I can keep this more or less here. I'm just going to stick it in this one over here. I'm just going to move my marker to here. And once again, just make sure that you've got your 10 of these. You haven't created more, which I doubt that you can, but you should have 10 of these still. And then each one of these is separated by 3. So those are the 2 rows. It's either 2 or 3. On this one it's 3 with your double crochets. So now we're going to just go ahead and do what we did on that first row again. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you do your 5 doubles in the center one. So you got 1, 2, 3, you do 5 doubles in here, and this now is the same as the, not the previous row, the row before that. So I'll do these 2 with you, and then you can just keep repeating them. So it's this one, that's 4, 5, chain 3, and all of these are going to be chain 3s in between. Chain 3 and then single crochet above this, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then go with your 5 in the middle chain space. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then it's your chains 3 again. So it's this one again, chain 3, single, chain 3, 5 in the middle. So now it's 3, 1, 2, 3. I'll do it with you one more time, and then it's single crochet above the chain 3s together, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and 5 doubles in the middle chain space. And you're going to repeat that all the way around. So these are the 2 rows that you're going to keep doing. So I'll do mine, and I'll show you the next row, and then those are the 2 rows that you're going to keep repeating. So I'll meet you back here now. Alright, so you've gone into this 3 together, chain 3, and then do your 5 in the middle here. It's just before your little marker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then your chain 3, and then you're going to just single crochet above this again where you had made, or slip stitch where you had made this 3 together. Just slip stitch above there again. Yeah, and then you're back to where you want to be again. So now we're going to start with our pattern again, where you chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 5 doubles, 3 doubles together above this one. So 1, 2, 3, go through all of them, and then 1, 2, 3, and your single crochet in here, 1, 2, 3, single crochet in there, 1, 2, 3, your 3 together. And this is now repeated. So these 2 rows are what you're going to repeat until it's the length that you want it. So 1, 2, 3, so the previous row and this row, single in here, 1, 2, 3, single in here, 1, whoops, 2, 3, 2, 3, and your 3 together in here. So I'm going to leave this up to you now to do those 2 rows, the previous one. And as I say, if you're unsure, look at the pattern, and you're going to be repeating those. And your hat should be turning around. Now if it's not turning around, then your yarn is too big for this pattern. Now I'm going to just keep doing that and ending off the way I've shown you. Like this was where my ending was. I could just bring it up. And you can see where you need to end. I mean, you can see basically with the pattern. So just repeat those 2 rows over and over until it's the length that you want, and then I'll meet you back here. Right, I just don't want you to get confused with your beginnings and endings of this hat. So I'm going to, if there are 2 things you need to know, just remember your beginning and your ending, and then you should be fine. It is a little bit confusing, I'll be honest, but if you maybe just write down the beginning and the end, and then you won't get confused. You can see you kind of move away from your marker, and don't worry about that because it's just the way it works. The big thing you need to know is that you need to have 10 of these, whether it's the double crochets together or whether it's the 5 double crochets. You've got to maintain 10. If you've got an extra one, you've added one on somewhere, you've done something wrong. So that you've got to be very careful with that, because you don't want to have more of those. Otherwise you will have a problem. But you need to go until you see, like this round, I'm busy doing my doubles together. And I can see this would be my last one, because there's the first one. So you just have to see, okay, how far do I go? Well, you go until you're in first one. And I can see I've got one more to do. So I'm going to do that with you. So, and I'll show you for this one, when you're doing the 3 doubles together, I'm going to show you this is the way you end it, and then I'll show you how you start the next round. Okay, so now I've got all of them like this. So now I have to say, okay, this is my first one. But when with the first one, you end with your 3 doubles together, you have to have 3 chain spaces. So it's easy to remember, the 3 doubles together need 3 chain spaces in between each one. If you don't have your 3, you've got a problem. You've done it wrong somewhere. So I've still got to put my last 3 spaces, but you've got to have 3 spaces in between each 3 doubles together. So with the ending of this one, you do your 3 chain spaces. So it's single in this one, 1, 2, 3, single in this one, and then 1, 2, 3. And now I'm at the beginning of that first one, so I'll go into the for the first one, because that's my first one, I'm going to just slip stitch in there. So now you've got your 1, 2, 3, your 3 chain spaces. So I mean, it doesn't really matter if you do a slip stitch or a single crochet. So for your, there's my first one, so I'll do a single crochet in that one, and then I've got my 3 chain spaces over there, and I've got 10 of these still. So that's what you want to keep maintaining. Now for the next round, you do 1, 2, 3 chain, and this one you go into the middle one with your 5 doubles. So you do your 5 doubles there, and this one you're going to go all the way around. I'm going to do mine quickly, and then I'm going to show you how this one ends and how it starts, so that you can just keep going around like that. The other one, here's my first chain 5 double crochet 5, and here's this one. So I know this is my very first one, so I'm going to be coming to an end here. And remember, you got to have 2 in between your double crochets. So I need to do another one here. So I've got my chain my 5 here, and I've got to go into this middle one over here. So I'll do my 5 double crochets in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then chain 3. So I've done the 5 doubles there, did my chain 5, chain 3, and then you're going to just go into the top of this double crochets that you had done together, and then there's your 5s that you're going to be starting with. So now for the beginning of this one, you chain 3, and then you start with your double crochets together. So this is where, I mean, it could get a little confusing, but as long as you got your 2 in here and you've only got 10 of these, that's your main thing. Double 3s, you just do your 3s, and then it's chain 3, and then you go into this first one, because remember, you've got to have 3 chain spaces for this one, so that is important to make sure you end off with your 3 as well. And then you do chain 3, and then you just slip stitch into this top one. So you just slip stitch into the top there, and then you start with chain 3 and you go into here with your chain 5s. So that's what you do. Now I'm going to show you how we do the border. Alright, so now to do your border, I've finished off with my 3 together. That's my last round because I just feel that's kind of the end of this where it is. Now if yours really doesn't, I don't think it's going to be a problem. You'll just be like that. All I'm doing is a round of single crochet. I'm just single crocheting all around. So I'm chaining 1 and then just go with how I'm going to put my marker here. Just, you don't want it to be too tight or too loose, so just be careful as to how many as to how many single crochets you do. I know that this is a chain of 3, so I'm going to do 3 singles in there. But I'm going to skip over that one and just put 3 in here. If you feel it's pulling too tightly, then just add some more single crochets, or if you feel it's becoming too floppy, then just take some out. But I think I will be good by only going in my chain spaces. I'm not going in there, I'm just going to go in these chain spaces with a single crochet. So now if you've done it the other way, you'll have to just play around with yours, but it's going to be pretty much the same. Really, I'm just going in these. If you did it the other way, your 5 double crochets, I suppose you're going to have to do some in there. You can't skip over all those. So you'd have to do a few in there and then maybe only 2 in your chain spaces. But just play with yours and make sure that it's lying flat. If you need yours to come in more, then make less. But if you don't, kind of just stick to this. And that's all that I'm doing. I'm just going to do this single crochet round. If you want to do another round, you can just do another row of single crochet in each single crochet or whatever else you want to do. But that's all I'm doing because this hat is pretty enough to stand by itself. It doesn't need more of a border. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then my hat will be finished. So go ahead and do that, sew your threads in, and then your hat should be finished. So I'm glad that you've joined me in this video. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thanks guys. Bye.